Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we're down to now just 2 watermelons. So he bit through uh, the netting. So I'm gonna put shade cloth out here. Looked like he tried to get some of this one too. Hasn't gotten to that one. This one is not as bad, but took chunks out of that one. And of course, nowhere near the uh, the trap. So how am I gonna get this little sucker to come over here? I don't know. I simply don't know. Wow. Wow. I thought the little thing would come on over here, but no, he didn't. Let me check the cucumbers I have, because I'm sure you've been eating on that. Been eating on that too. I gotta figure out some way to get that freaking thing to come over here and put his head in the trap. Okay, that's the latest on the squirrel. Talk to you all later. Okay, y'all, so I got netting and shade cloth. And as y'all can see, I done tapped it down all over. If the squirrel get through that, I'm probably just gonna take everything down except for the tomatoes and the loofah. Like I don't even know what to say anymore. And let me show you what I did with the watermelon. So somebody had an idea to put the cucumber that they ate and the other watermelon over here by the trap. So I put the watermelon right by the trap, y'all. At least I didn't find no more doo-doo in my corn bed. Okay? Like, seriously. And the little punk doo-doo right by corn. Right over there. And it looks like I might have to plant another corn. So, yeah. We gonna see what happens. I mean, I don't even know what to say anymore. I took all my eggplants off that were good yesterday. Took them off. I'm gonna look all up in the tomato bed to see if anything's eaten, and I'll also see if any tomatoes are ripe. And I'm finna water the lawn, but I'm looking like Elmer Fudd, y'all, with this squirrel. Okay? Alright. Find peace within yourself. Be peaceable with others. I'm trying to find peace within myself. I'm really trying to find peace within myself with this squirrel. Anyway, you guys have a good evening. Bye. Okay, so I know I just said good night, but let me show you what I decided to do. So I decided to pull as many tomatoes off as I can and just let them turn red in the house. And of course I still have some that have bottom rot on it, but I have a lot more that are really good. And I wanted the tomatoes to turn red on the vine, but if they look like they're a good size, I just went ahead and took them off. I was trying to get something to grow really big. I can't take the chance because this squirrel, I'm Elmer Fudd and it's Bugs Bunny, and it's smart. It's gonna find a way to get up in that netting. So I tried to take as much of the aromas off the front of the plants as I could, and I got some really good size aromas. They just need to turn, like, look at that. That's a good size. And in this one right here, I got a lot of good size. Look at this fat one right here. So I got a lot of good size Roma tomatoes. I love growing my tomatoes. Some people say, why do you bother buying growing tomatoes? There, you can get them at the store. Well, number one, we all know it's expensive, but I like making my own tomato sauce and stuff. And I'm just gonna clean them and let them turn red, and I would prefer to grow my own tomatoes. That's what really got me hooked on gardening when I tasted the first tomato I grew, and it wasn't watery, and you can taste the flavor of it, and it was just awesome. And I got about 4 or 5 jars of tomato sauce last year. Um, and I fell in love with growing tomatoes. I even have a giant green tomato plant to make fried green tomatoes. So the tomatoes are kind of important to me. The cucumbers were important this year to make pickles, which I did. I still have lots of jars of pickles in there. We don't eat pickles like crazy, so that'll last us a while. um, it was also important for me to grow melons because the first, what I'm going on year 2019, 2021, 22. I'm starting to wrap up into year 4 of gardening, and I was growing melons wrong. They would crack. I was overwatering them. And this is the first year that the watermelons have lasted this long, and this squirrel comes along and starts biting big chunks out of them. So, yeah, it was important for me to grow certain things. My eggplant were really small last year, and this year they're really big, and this squirrel is just like mucking up the works. So, yeah, I'm trying to get out of the plants what I can. Hopefully he can't get through this shade cloth because I have netting over it. And then I have folded double netting on it, and then I have the shade cloth. So I left that big melon over there so he can finish eating that, and I'm really hoping that the squirrel will go up in that trap and um and trap itself. So yeah, we're gonna see what happens. But I wanted to get these. I just wanted to show you guys that I wanted to get these tomatoes, and I have other tomatoes in the house too, and I'm just gonna wash them real good, and just they're turning red, and that's how I'm gonna make my tomato sauce. And I'm gonna come out here every day and start picking tomatoes that look a good size, um, and just bring them in the house. I do have mesh bags to put over the tomatoes, but I didn't even want to take a chance because I think that squirrel tried to eat through the mesh bag and it eat the tomatoes. So anyway, that is it. I will see you all. Well, I won't see you, but hopefully you'll see my video tomorrow. Have a good evening.